Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Red Zone checking in with you guys. I wanted to try something new here in 2025. I get a lot of my friends that ask me about hardware and how to build their computers or what can I do to maximize their budgets. So, kind of wanted to start this off with a test run on this video. We're going to talk about the RTX 4080. The reason why I chose this RTX 4080 is because I can speak on it for myself. A lot of the content and everything that you guys are seeing on the channel are going to be done, recorded, and everything else and edited with having the RTX 4080 in my system with the configurations down listed below in the description. Of course, down below, you guys can see the affiliate links. These items are the same price everywhere else. It does not cost you any extra. It does help my channel grow. And of course, subscribing and liking this video will help my channel grow as well. So if you guys are new here, you guys know what to do. Hit that notification bell icon so you guys don't miss out on any new hardware reviews and news that are coming out in the future and or gaming videos and things like that. So without further ado, let's go and hop in here. We're going to talk about the RTX 4080. The reason is should you buy a used RTX 4080 in 2025 or should you wait for the 50 series, which should be coming out this week as you guys see this video? So I honestly love my 4080. I don't really struggle running anything in 4K with pretty much maxed out settings with DLSS enabled. Right now with rasterization, I don't really play that. I'm one of the very few out there, that small percentage that likes turning on all the features, right, of their games, because I think that's what I should be able to enjoy, is maxing out my hardware to its fullest potential and getting the most out of it. I feel like the 4080 has done that through and through this past year that I've owned this card. So we're going to go ahead into here. The MSRP of that card, right, as you guys all know, was $1,200 starting out. And then when the 4080 Super came out, that dipped below a couple $100 there. So look, quick little specs and hardware here that compares it between the 4090s, 3090, and 3080 systems. This is from Techspot here, right? I'm sure you guys have seen a bunch of review videos already, but here's some quick detailed specs or results that they've gotten testing in 1440p, right? The 4080 here got 154 frames, very high, and 110 frames in Watchdog Legion. So I can leave this here linked below so you guys can check that out. And of course, some of these games too on here in their testings, I have played myself. So like right now, we're having a playthrough on Horizon Zero Dawn, and I can tell you guys, yeah, that is absolutely correct. I'm getting more than 100 frames on 4K settings there. Cyberpunk 2027, I can definitely say the same thing. I think I'm averaging a little bit more than 64 frames, at least on my end, but that's because I have 64 gigs in my system. But yeah, I'll leave that there down below for you guys to check out. Now, for 1080p gaming, honestly, this is way overkill. If you're going to use this for 1080p, you're not really going to maximize your game hardware as much as you think. You might potentially utilize more of your CPU, right? If you have lower resolution, you're going to be bottlenecking. I wouldn't say bottlenecking. You're going to be utilizing more of your processor in that sense versus your graphics card. So this is a good way to test if you feel like you need to upgrade your CPU, right? I know Battle Mage, the B580 just came out. A lot of new hardware testing has shown that if you are on older CPUs, you definitely want to upgrade your processor in the same time frame. So the 4080, you're not going to have any issues with that. But like I said, you're not going to be maximizing or utilizing your card's performance playing on 1080p. Of course, if you're playing in competitive games and things like that, it will be beneficial to you if you decide to play in 1080p, right? If you want to capture the high frame rates, then yes, playing at 1080p or 1440p will be your best option using this GPU here. And you guys can see the breakdown charts between the previous generations. I had a 3080 prior to my 4080. Honestly, nothing wrong with that card, but I just wasn't experiencing the best quality and best gameplay at 4K. And I only recently upgraded to the 4K monitor about the same time, almost a year ago. So some stuff here from Tom's Hardware. So if you guys want to see 1080p results here, you guys can check that out if you guys want to stay on that resolution. And then some other results here from Passmark software, right? You guys can check this out. This is more of your like generic testing benchmarks that's been out for years, even way before I got into PC gaming and hardware tinkering and stuff like that. And I've been doing this since I was 5 and messing around with computers and like Windows XP and even older than that. So here's some results from 3D Mark, as well as your price to value and your different baselines in listings right here. Let me see here where we at here compared to some of the other GPUs out in the market. So the 4090 is definitely more, but looks like a lot of people are still going for the 4080 and 4080 Super. And then looks like following from that, 4070 Ti Super is there. So a lot of you guys are really aiming for that high end to 1440p gaming. So I hope this video is resourceful to you guys, kind of gives you guys different insights compared to some of the other channels out there. This is new to me, so I appreciate you guys' patience, in checking out this video. So another thing I wanted to go over, and of course all these links will be here for Passmark and Tom's Hardware there, that I want to go through is creating videos, right? Adobe and Photoshop. Not a lot of people touch up on this, but I got to tell you, going from my 3080 to this, huge difference in loading the timeline. So like when you're scrubbing through the timeline on your project, whether it's 4K, 1080p footage or 14, whatever, we'll say 2K, right? Resolution that you're trying to edit or load up videos and photos, it just does it really, really quickly. And time is money when it comes to editing, right? So if you're editing photos or videos, you want to spend as less time as you can so you can maximize your earnings when you're doing work for your clients and things of that sort. So here's some DaVinci Resolve results here. You can see the 4080 over all the other GPUs out there on the mark right now, right? So higher is better. So that's the thing here. So I'll zoom in on that. Higher is better. So if you're using DaVinci Resolve, this is a little quick chart here for you guys to go over, of course. I've had the 2080 Ti, I've had the 3080, and you can see here the jump on there is quite a bit, honestly, I would say. And let's go here. Another effect score, and it looks like we got H.264 encoding here. All right, so higher is better. You can see here the 4080 and the 4090, not a huge difference. So don't need to spend a bunch of money on a 4090 to get the best type of editing time frame there. Heck, even if you have an older 3080, I mean, it is still almost 30 points up going from there to here for a generational jump, which, like I said, has increased my efficiency and time management when it comes to editing and stuff like that. So Premiere Pro, this is the program that I use specifically. Premiere Pro, the Adobe suite, that's the stuff that I utilize, right? So from photo editing and just video editing, you see here not a huge jump between the 4090 and the 4080, and the 3080 here about 100, almost 100-point difference. So enough for me to make that change, right? So when I was upgrading from my 3080 to 4080, did I say to myself, was it worth paying, the $1,200 or $1,000? I forgot how much. I think I spent about $1,000 on this GPU. So I spent about $1,000 on my 3080 as well. Should I spend another $1,000 after almost 3-4 years? I felt like I got the use out of my GPU, right? And with the workload that I wanted to grow, and also the gaming experience that I wanted to experience, it was worth it for me to upgrade. And of course, I sold the 3080, right? Was able to recoup some of that money back and put it into the new 4080 that I have currently. So here's some more Premiere Pro results. Again, no need to spend $1,800 or $2,000 or $2,500 for that. Heck, if you even can find a used 3090 Ti, this would be very optimal for you guys to utilize here on the used market. So for you guys out there that edit and things like that, I will leave this link down there below in the description of the video, so you guys can check it out yourselves. So here we go. After Effects, right? So special effects. If you guys do a lot of editing with motion graphics and effects like explosions or whatever, this is going to be a breakdown here of how these cards will handle. I don't personally do a lot of this work here particularly, but as you can see, not a huge difference between the 3080 and the 4080 and some of these other cards here. So from some of the generations in the 3000 series, you don't really see a huge jump compared to like the 2000 series here. You could see a 2080 Ti was the highest card that you can get for this type of workload back then, almost 6 years ago. So if you're on that 2080 Ti, 2080, I think it's definitely worth finding a used 3080 or any of these cards up here for your purchase. So finding a used 4080, I believe, is going to be your best bang for your buck. I have looked into the 3090s myself. A 3090 and 3090 Ti is way slower than the 4070. I think 4070 Ti. And I think on the used market right now, 4070 Ti is like $800. 3090 Ti, people want $900 to $1,000 for them, which I don't even think is worth it. At that point, you're going to spend that much. Go ahead and go with the 4080 out there, new or used, right? So some more results here for you guys. And of course, Unreal Engine, we already know. 4090 kind of takes away this one. A lot of my friends that do game production and things of that sort, they do use super high-end cards. They got Titan cards, a bunch of 4090s out there that they do in their studio. So I'll leave that for you guys here, right, for you guys to view. And then you got the RTX mode on all these cards. And here's another big reason why I upgraded to the 4080 and why you should buy a used 4080 if you're wanting the best ray traced experience or just overall the max settings that you can do on your system, whether it be 1080p to 4K. Here is why. So if you're on any older 3000 series cards, this is literally right here. If you look at these numbers right here, just the singles, I don't know why they did 2 on here, but from the 2000 series or even my old 3080, I practically doubled the performance in ray tracing, right? So a lot more to enjoy, a lot more to take in the art and some of the work that these creators or these developers make in the game. So enough of that. Let's go and look at the pricing here. So right now, as of January 6th, 2025, of making this video, this is Newegg listings here, 4080 Supers. Seems like you can get a couple of them for brand new right now for $1,200 new. So if you guys want to capture that warranty, this would be a best time to get it. And you always want to be careful here because you always want to do sold by Newegg. Looks like there isn't any sold by Newegg right now. I usually try and stick with the retailer first before going with third-party sellers because some of these things can be scams, right? So actually refreshing here, look at this. This is how fast these 4080s get bought out. We had a listing for just $1,200, right? Now it's been bought out. And then now here we go. A great example of how fast these cards go out there. And if we go on Amazon right now, there's really nothing here available at the moment, right? And then just kind of looking at the market. So Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace is going to be a good place for you guys to check things out, right? And then going, finding things there for you guys to shop for. So final verdict, should you buy a used 4080 out on the market? I would say yes. If you can find a great deal, there's already rumors that the 5080 is going to be $1,600, $1,500. No way. Do not do that. Go find yourselves a used 4080 Super if you can buy it new somewhere. Do not pay $1,600, $1,500 for a 5080 because honestly, go hunt the used market right now. If you're playing 1080p or 1440p, a 3000 series card, I'd say like a 3070 Ti, 3080 Ti, some 3080 Ti's like $600-$700. At that point, you might as well buy a 4070 Ti non-super or a super used out there. So definitely do some research in your market, right? Test those cards that you're buying used. And again, the golden egg right now to find out there Is a used 4080 or a 4080 Super new if you can, or used? So again, gaming, editing, 4080, used 3080s, 4070 Ti Super, if you can find one used. I've been seeing some in my area out here. I could find 4070 Ti Supers for about $750. Again, I don't know if that's for everybody in your area. Just stay patient, stay vigilant, and keep on looking. So, you guys know what it is. This is Red Zone signing off. Keeping it real, keeping it hot, and keeping it raw. Your normal 9 to 5 guy, bringing you some high quality content for you guys to enjoy. Subscribe, of course, to the channel and hit that notification bell, and dropping a like will help my channel grow. And if you found this video useful, liking it will also let me know too. So, if you guys want to see more of these videos, let me know down below in the comments. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Deuces.